I remember this. The first time I played Dropsy, I was absolutely charmed by how it looked. Every visual in this game, every pixel, every speck of dust on Dropsy's filthy teeth was so interesting to look at, especially with its goofy animation and fun characters. The design of this game is absolutely bloody fantastic, and not to mention how big the map is, so there's a lot to explore and a lot to see. One sec. Ew. Where was I? Oh yeah. From the small town to the swamp, even the desert, there's a lot to feast your eyes on, and the animation makes all this much more enchanting. All of Dropsy's animation and movement in this game add to his charm, and it's pretty much the same for all the characters. The old lady on the bridge shitting her britches because of vampire? Great. The robots in the big corporation dancing their nights away? Fantastic. It's also wacky, especially in the nightclub. From what I remember, this is a simple point-and-click game. You wander the world solving puzzles for people. The day and night cycle make this a lot more exciting to discover the answers to a puzzle you might be stuck on. What might work for you in the day might not work for you at night. You may also find clues to a puzzle from events that only happen at certain times of the day. It all adds to make the world feel a lot more alive. In the game, Dropsy gets a little band of shits together, including but not limited to a stinky dog, a micro mouse, and a very sad bird. They all come in handy in their own little tasks and spaces that only they can get to, and it's pretty fun to swap between them at will, what makes you question where they can be used. But why does Dropsy and his ragtag team of woodland creatures do all this? Well, it's very simple. Dropsy is the most touch-deprived human on planet Earth, and only requires one thing in return for his services: a hug. I mean, the guy's so desperate he even draws pictures of everybody who's ever slightly brushed past him, and that's not just including living things. He's just a nice guy who likes to see people happy, and I don't know about you, but to me, that is more than enough incentive to move forward in this game. It's super endearing. Did I mention this game doesn't have any words? Everything is visually based, adding that extra layer of usefulness to this beautiful art. If a character speaks to you, they speak to you in pictures. I fucking dare you to find a comprehensive sentence in this game. Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh shit! For what this game lacks in words, it seriously makes up for in music. The soundtrack for this game is amazing. It's also atmospheric and calming. You have your overall world music that you hear in each zone, and they do their job pretty fine. Amazingly, in fact. But after playing for a while, you can't help but want to hear something new. But where there's a will, there's a way. And the way in this game is finding cassette tapes. As you wander around the world, you find yourself picking up an abundance of cassettes, and you can use them in tape players you find around, allowing you to set your own soundtrack in certain rooms, like the nightclub. Halfway through the game, Dropsy is granted a car by his overlord, allowing him to fast travel. And with each fast travel, there's a loading screen playing one of the songs from the cassette tapes. The more you collect, the more you get to hear. I mean, listen. The music is that good, I would just linger on the loading screen for a while, just so I could hear more. In all honesty, I still go back to listen to the music from time to time. On my iPod mini. God, I miss Spotify. Anyways, this game does have somewhat of a story if you want to hear it. If not, I don't give a shit. If you haven't noticed, Dropsy is a clown, and as such he does very silly things. One day a terrible accident occurs, and Dropsy's family's circus goes up in flames, killing Dropsy's mother and destroying their home, with everyone blaming Dropsy. After Dropsy's father falls ill, he panics and decides to steal medicine from the nearby pharmacy corporation. Not being as smart as he is, Dropsy is caught on the security camera and subsequently raided by the police. The CEO breaks a deal with this creature and offers medical care to Dropsy's father in return for Dropsy and his animal friends performing in his new circus act. Showering Dropsy with gifts, the CEO gains his trust, allowing him to steal his friends, transforming them into disgusting mutants. Yeah, welcome to my world. After not attacking and mauling Dropsy to death as desired, the CEO fires a fucking firearm, and this sends the creatures into a rage. This causes panic in the streets, destroying the quaint little town with the news blaming Dropsy once again. Following the CEO's trail, Dropsy finds a portal, and without hesitation jumps in, where the CEO has lost his mind and once again brandishes his bullet shooter and impales Dropsy, killing him. Then Dropsy fucking ascends. Or wakes up? Or... I don't know, okay? This game's ending is left completely up to the imagination and interpretation, and I don't know what to think of it. Throughout the game you can find more clues as to what's really going on, and the connection of the CEO and Dropsy, but maybe I'm missing something, because it's not enough. There was meant to be a beach DLC for this game, so maybe that would have given more context, but it never came out. What's presented is engaging, and in the end, the story only propels you forward, and not the whole experience. Besides, there's a lot of mini stories you can find joy in. And in these times, even remembering joy is important, especially since the characters in this game and the mystery that surrounds the story and Dropsy himself is one that will stick in my mind for a good while. Overall, Dropsy is fun, beautiful, and a good way to spend a couple of hours, and I'm glad I got to experience it. Anyways, I've talked your ear off enough for one day. I should get going. I have somewhere to be. Oh. Now let's go.